I've made it through hard times before, and I've come out stronger and better because of them. I'm going to make it through this.
Sobriety is scary. That's why Untapped Keg explores different perspectives of sobriety and mental health, so that you know you are not alone. Hopefully, you can find something you can implement into your own life. Sobriety and mental health are topics that often are uncomfortable and complex. We do not shy away from any conversation. But you should know we try to be respectful, but there's always room to learn and grow. Everyone is welcome here, as you are, and you will be respected. We are not medical professionals and do not give medical advice. Please seek medical care if you need it. Now let's get to the show. Hey, you. Thanks for tapping into some Untapped Keg. I'm RJ Zimmerman, and here at Untapped Keg, we focus on different perspectives of sobriety and mental health, how people went from surviving to thriving in their life after sobriety and in the midst of mental health. We believe that the only right way to sobriety and mental health thriving is the way that works for you. I hope that you can take something from this episode and implement it into your own life. So, with that being said, today is a solo episode for me where it's just RJ. And in case you don't know, if this is your first episode you're tuning into, I am a former high voltage line tech. Power went out. I was one of them who went out and helped get you power again. I grew up in Wisconsin, 36 years old, father of two. I've been sober from alcohol for 9 years, or alcohol free. I used to call myself an alcoholic. I don't really believe in that term so much anymore, but that's okay. Whatever words you use are the words that you use. Just move from just surviving in life to thriving in life. And one of the ways that I did that was realizing that I needed to change. I didn't know how I needed to change, but I knew a change was necessary. The reason that I knew a change was necessary was because I could feel it in my gut. Just like when I gave up drinking alcohol, I knew that I needed to do something different because I couldn't look at the person in the mirror. It turns out that I had a really deep sense of self-loathing, and everything that I did related back to me hating myself. So even if I did something that deserved celebration or acknowledgement, I would downplay it. And if I didn't reach something, it was the worst thing in the world for me. Now, to move on to thriving, it was a journey, right? This podcast, listening to other people, the community that I have connected with and created, my own community, right? The people who around me who I can talk to, who have given me pointers and understanding of what they're going through, and had me sit back like, that kind of feels like me a little bit. I wonder if it is. I'm going to take something there and try it on and see how it feels. And that has helped me to heal. And it helped me to find myself on my journey to healing. Now, along that journey, a lot of different things have happened. I'm in the midst of a divorce. It's something that I've prepared myself for, but after we separated, I realized that it's not what I wanted. And I was doing everything in my life to service somebody else. That includes, being a father. Like, I sacrificed everything to be a husband. I sacrificed everything to be a high voltage line tech. I sacrificed everything inside of me, who I am, for what I felt society wanted me to be. And that led me to not know who I was. If you asked me who I was, couldn't answer it, right? If you asked me what brought me joy, couldn't answer it. That is very defeating, right? You sit back and you look and you're like, how can I be 36 years old and I don't know who I am, what I like to do, or why I do things? I identify myself as the people around me as a husband, as what I do for a living, what do I do for me? What brings me passion? What makes me feel like I'm living with purpose? That has led me to do a lot of soul searching, to be honest. Um, a lot of internal work and putting myself in situations where I don't necessarily feel comfortable, but that's where the growth is. That's where you realize I actually do like this. I'm uncomfortable because I'm not good at it. I'm uncomfortable because it's something that maybe I would have to justify why I'm doing it. In my old life with people that I used to surround myself with. And now I want to have conversations that don't revolve around sports necessarily. I still like talking about sports, but that are deeper. I don't mind sitting there and listening to other person's feelings, because even if they get very emotional and start to cry, I can be there to support them, because I'm not so uncomfortable with myself and my emotions that I push them away because I can't feel mine. Right? That's a mirror into myself that I don't want. So I'm going to push you away. And that's not fair to them. That's not fair to your partner. It's not fair to your kids. And if we want to be our best selves, it's not fair to us and ourselves. That is a painful process. I'm not going to lie. Feeling your feelings, going through what is it that I have to do again? How can I make this better for me? How can I sit there and be there for somebody else? It's painful, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be comfortable. It doesn't have to be, all happy all the time. And to be honest, I've found that happiness is not really what I'm looking for in life. Even though that's what we think we're told we want, I want to be content. I want to be peaceful. And that has really opened my life up. Now, Untapped Keg, myself, we're going to be making a pivot. It used to be just about the podcast and sharing people's stories, right? And really, we focused on how to move from just surviving in your sobriety to something more, a life that you want, something that you can be proud of, right? And a lot of that is through my own journey and my own experience, and helping to try to shine a light for you, a path for you to be able to take. I have been working since November and getting my alcohol-free life coaching certification through This Naked Mind. And if you don't know This Naked Mind, I really recommend that you look them up, because it's emotional and not behavioral based coaching. And it starts with looking at the effects scientifically that alcohol has on you, or any substance. And then from there, it's okay, what are the feelings or emotions that are causing me to think that I need to have this, right? What is it that is there that I'm trying to escape from, or that I don't even know is there, but I think that this is what I need to live a happy, fulfilled life? And that resonates with me, because that's what I believe. And it's whatever works for you, works for you. Whether you stop drinking, whether you don't, just reevaluate your relationship with alcohol, or reevaluate your relationship with your own feelings, with yourself. Because I stopped drinking for 6 years, but I lost myself because I didn't look into why I drank the way that I drank. And that led me to fall into other places, work, being a father, being a husband, and losing myself because I couldn't spend time with myself. I felt alone my entire life, even around a group of people, even around the people that loved me the most. I could not accept appreciation. I could not accept love because I didn't necessarily have a context for what that looked like. And you might think that that's sad, but I'm not sad about it. It's the truth. And if I want to move forward, it's accepting that self-truth. And what can I do to move forward and be open to receiving love and appreciation and giving myself compassion for it's okay to not be okay and really mean it. So with this coaching business, I'm going to be able to have more coaches on, and I'm going to be able to help people in a more tangible way and be able to jump into this side, my passion, helping people, letting them know they're not alone in a more tangible way. And I'm going to be able to jump into it full time, and I'll be able to put all my energy into it. So I'll be able to feel where my energy level is. Do I want to do some more one-on-one coaching with clients? Do I want to do some more group coaching? What can I do to help myself feel fulfilled by helping others? How can I be of service? And also, how can I have more energy to give to my kids? Because they're 5 and 3, and I want to be there like my parents were for me. I do not remember as a kid my parents not being at anything that I did extracurricular. They made an effort to show up, and if they couldn't, I knew it was for extraordinary circumstances and not because they didn't care. They were always there. And that's something that I want to provide for my kids because it was important to me. And being able to work my schedule however I want around whatever I want is very important to me as a father. Now, jumping into this, I'm scared because I made a really good living as a high voltage line tech. I didn't live paycheck for paycheck. I was able to save money, and that's allowed me to jump in and get ready for this. And I'm jumping in full time right away. I know that I can help people, that I can help guide you when you make the decision that you need to make a change, not just in giving up alcohol or reevaluating your relationship with alcohol, but what does your life look like after alcohol? And how can you help yourself to find who you are, to find yourself, have some self-discovery, bring some self-compassion, understand some of the cycles you've been in that you may not have known, and how can I break those and start living my best life? Because I actually do have a lot of control over how happy I am, how peaceful, how content I am. And when we slow down, and that's a part of what this is in my life, is slowing down, the beauty that you see. It's scary not knowing exactly what I'm doing. Turns out that nobody knows what they're doing, right? But jumping into this, betting on myself, and understanding that I can create this and feel my energy help another person. I feel that through the podcast. When you all reach out to me and say, hey, listening to the podcast makes me feel less alone. Like I resonate with what you're going through. That makes me feel amazing. That makes me understand that what I'm saying is not getting lost in the void, right? Like I'm not sharing this because I think I have all the answers. I'm sharing this to shine a light on a path that you can take yourself. And if it doesn't work, maybe it starts you down your path, or it helps you to find a path that will work for you. And because of the growth that I've been doing, like it gives myself compassion and space to feel what I'm feeling, like understand that with my ADHD, like I was diagnosed with ADHD a little over 3 years ago, I need to have a schedule, even though it makes me throw up in my mouth a little bit. I need a schedule to thrive. I need to create some organization, even though I really struggle with that. And That's the way that I'm going to be successful, and I'm going to create a life for myself, my kids, future partner, whatever it is that I'm not just proud of, but that I want to share. That I'm an understanding that I'm not creating my life around somebody else. I'm creating my life to share with somebody else, to add on to what somebody already has, and they're adding on to what I already have, so that we can be two people working together and not just trying to become whole through another person, because that doesn't work. As much as I thought that's what I needed, as much as I thought I wasn't worthy of bringing somebody with me, and that kept me in the cycle of trying to prove my worth to other people. And really, what I was trying to do was prove my worth to myself. That's the cycle I was stuck in, professionally, as a father, as a partner, as a son, as a brother, trying to prove to people that I'm worthy of love, that I'm worthy of acceptance, that I'm worthy of help. That's something that I've learned, is when I'm putting something on somebody else, acceptance, worth, love, that means that I'm looking for that for myself, from myself. When I start there, that allows me to receive it from other people. And it allows me to be there for other people as well, sending out my love, giving my acceptance, being a support. When I am supportive for myself, it's so much easier to give it to somebody else. And you don't have to sacrifice yourself. Self-care, I thought that was selfish. I thought that I didn't need it. I was one of those people, I'm okay giving all of myself for everybody else. One day I'll be able to just take some time for me and it'll be okay. The thing is, you'll never relax because you don't know how to. When you're taking time for yourself, you're going to feel guilty. Why am I taking time for myself? Why would I take time away from them? Like, you can't relax. Even on vacation, it doesn't matter. Can't relax, because how can you do that without proving your worth? And that's tiring. Realizing that I only feel comfortable in chaos. So if I only feel comfortable in chaos, that means that in times where it's slow in my life or stable and secure, I'm going to create chaos when there isn't none. I'm going to make myself be in chaos because that's what I'm comfortable in. Breaking that cycle, now that has been something, along with rest, that has been really difficult for me to learn. And I've listened to podcasts. I've read books, and really absorbing the information, trying it on for size, has allowed me to break these cycles and go into this coaching. And with the coaching, I've invested a lot of time and money in coaching, especially the past year. And when I did that, I invested in myself without realizing it at first. And I have grown more by investing in myself and getting coaching and a mentor, because that's really what a coach can be, is a mentor, and finding a path that you can go down, or having somebody who you know is there to help you. That is when my growth accelerated exponentially. And I'm here now, and I can feel my emotions and not be scared. I can have the emotional pain and not run away. I can rest. I'm still working on that completely, but I can rest more. creating a life and a schedule, getting more organized, going on a vacation by myself, all of this, and understanding that I'm the owner of my future. You are the owner of your future. And maybe I can help you find that. Maybe I can help you as a person who grew up as a man and wasn't allowed to feel your feelings because society wouldn't let us. Maybe I can help you find that. Maybe you feel like I don't know what I need to do, but I know a change is needed. Maybe I can help you do that. That's what I want to do. And I want to continue to build this community. I'm not just talking online. Locally, I've started a meetup group that is built around family-friendly events that people show up. They can be with people. There's not going to be alcohol consumed at the event. And you can just be you. We don't have to talk about anything. We can talk about anything in life. We don't have to talk about emotions. We don't have to talk about, we talk sports, weather, fishing, whatever. You just show up, know that alcohol isn't going to be there. We can have fun and create connection and make friendships. And we do it, going out to coffee shops, going out to lunch. There's going to be cooking classes and candle making classes, and just getting out and realizing that you can have events that don't have alcohol. Maybe you had alcohol at them previously, but you can still have fun. You can connect with people, and you can show up knowing that doesn't matter where you've been. It just matters that you're here now. And it's okay to take a little bit to warm up and to get into the situation, because we all are new here. And we're all honestly new to this moment. So you can go on meetup.com and search for the group Alcohol Free and Free and see what the next event is going to be. I'm working with a local restaurant in creating an alternative cocktail menu, which is just cocktails that don't have alcohol in them, and carrying craft NA beer and having a happy hour around that, having a singles night around that, having options that we can go out and enjoy life and create connection. And our life doesn't end because we gave something up. We actually took some chains off, and now we can start to live. And I want to help people to find that, create connection and community, and that connection with ourselves. Because sometimes that's where we need to start. That's what we've needed all this time, and we didn't realize it. And I want to help you find that. So if you've enjoyed this episode of Untapped Keg, I'm RJ Zimmerman. Please go to untappedkeg.com/community, sign up, leave an affirmation, leave a mantra, and you can be a part of the show. You heard someone at the beginning of this episode. Let's keep it going. I'd love to have a new affirmation every episode. Leave one. You can write it out and I can read it, or you can leave it in your voice and you can hear yourself be part of the show. Go to untappedkeg.com. You can find the YouTube, which is Untapped Keg. You can find the podcast under your podcast player of choice. It's available everywhere. And you can send in a request to be on the show. I would love to have you and talk to you about how you are moving from just surviving to thriving in your life. Even if you're just on the way, even if you're just surviving, let's talk. And be on the lookout for Untapped Keg coaching and see if that's something that you would be interested in doing. And having someone who's there to celebrate with you, investing in yourself, to have a guide, to see the forest through the trees, or the trees in the forest on your own journey. Let's try to be better tomorrow than we were today. At least we don't make it, we tried. I love you. Have a great week.